Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Harold Johnson, and I too am a candidate for the 8th District, and I can only echo what our friend David was saying. We know that Larry Kissel has lost 24,000 jobs. Nancy Pelosi is responsible for a few more than that, folks. 137 million people were working when she took office as the Speaker, and we're roughly at 130 million now, or maybe even under that. So I ask you, can we afford 2 more years of Nancy Pelosi? No, I don't think so. I have a degree in economics from Lenoir-Rhyne University. That in itself doesn't qualify me to go to Washington as your representative, but I can balance a checkbook. So therefore, I am fully qualified. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, very proudly serving our country. And I had thought about this many times, about Fort Bragg. When I would leave Camp Lejeune on weekends, we would come right through Fayetteville, and I often thought about these soldiers that were serving, and I would be deeply honored as a Marine to be representing my good friends and fellow veterans and on duty, if you will, for military personnel, both the men and women. And they will always have a friend in Washington, and Harold Johnson, I can promise you that, absolutely. When we look at the problems that we're having in our country today, what I have been talking about primarily ever since I started running in this campaign has been energy. We virtually, folks, have no energy policy in this country. We have to address this issue. We are sitting on oil, we are sitting on natural gas off our coast that we must absolutely tap into. We cannot afford not to. The world is going nuclear energy. China's going to build 90 nuclear plants in 20 years. Russia, the Ukraine, Brazil, other countries are going nuclear. We are standing still, spinning our wheels. In the interest of national security and the interest of being independent and free from foreign oil, we must tap into this, and that is the basic, really one of the basic reasons why I'm running as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Harold Johnson. I've been proud and honored to serve you in Congress.
The question is, what does the end of the Rand dynasty mean for Cumberland County?
Why are you smiling when you say that? I think you could probably look at this as a great opportunity, and I think as Republicans, it's going to mean, since we are outnumbered 2-1, that we have to work even harder and be more steadfast in what we believe and things that we need to accomplish and certain things that we need to get done. This could be a very exciting time. I know in Raleigh, a lot of Democrats are very nervous. You talk to some people, and they have reason to be. And I know right now that a lot of Republicans are feeling their oats, if you will, hopefully not taking anything for granted. We absolutely cannot do that. If we are going to succeed with redistricting coming up, we absolutely must be steadfast in our course, demand accountability as well. We cannot let anything slide by. We cannot, under any circumstances, take anything for granted on a local level, in Raleigh, even on a national level as well. Get out there, get your friends, talk to your friends. A lot of Democrats are looking for change, and a lot of them can look our way, folks. Let's make it more inviting for them and easier for them to do that. Thank you.
Okay, the question is, what will you do to eliminate waste and the non-stop tax increases that take our hard-working money and give it to agencies and commissions who accomplish nothing?
I think everybody asked that question. I'm sure everybody asked that question. I'm going to take you back to the campaign itself. When President Obama, and he stood in front of people just like you, the voters, and he said, "America, the days of waste and fraud in the federal government are over." Remember when he said it? Yes, and you're laughing now. You remember when he said it numerous times, and also said, "I will appoint a committee that will oversee government spending. The days of waste and fraud are over." Well, folks, the numbers are in, and here are the facts. He did not appoint any committee to oversee the waste and fraud, or the spending, if you will, of your federal dollars. Instead, we just got a report, we got it a few months ago, that in 2009, waste and fraud in government spending totaled over $100 billion. Ah, that's with a B. I heard the groan. That is with a B. And these same agencies got an increase of anywhere from 5 to 6% to spend more. That's why 86% of the American people, I saw a poll the other day on CNN, 86% of those polled, 86% of the people polled said it's broken in Washington. 75% of the people said they would not use the word honest to describe their elected official. Where are we going and what are we going to do? Accountability. It has to start somewhere. Jim Bunning tried something last week for accountability. He got ridiculed. He got mocked. He almost got shouted down. But at least he wasn't afraid to stand up when he talked about PAYGO and just simply say, let's pay for this. It was an insurance bill for unemployment, which we want to help people that are down. Of course we do. But he said, listen, the president talked about it, Nancy Pelosi talked about it, let's do it. Let's have PAYGO. Pay for what we're spending. And he was shouted down. We have to have candidates elected as good Republicans that can stand up and not be afraid to say, hey, I like PAYGO, you've talked about it, let's institute that, and let's make it work. We've got to do it, folks, for your children and my children. We've got to do it. Thank you.